Laws in New South Wales regulating child nudity in art will be overhauled in the wake of the Bill Henson controversy. Photographers and filmmakers will be banned from using the defence of artistic expression when it comes to the use of naked children as subjects. The legislation also includes a new offence of voyeurism to replace peeping and prying laws, and tighter regulation of teachers and other adults responsible for children who breach positions of authority. Laws will also be broadened to include a maximum 10-year jail term for the offence of meeting with a child to groom them for indecent material. The legislation will be presented to New South Wales Parliament before the end of the year. Joining me this morning on the line to discuss this further is child protection advocate and founder of Bravehearts, Hetty Johnston. Hetty Johnston, good morning to you. Now, there is, of course, some way to go before these laws come into effect in New South Wales, but what's your initial response to these?
Oh, we're very happy about it. I mean, the artistic merit defence is fraught with danger in terms of child protection, so we're very happy that we're soon going to see the end of that, and we hope, of course, that the other states take up the mantle now and do exactly the same thing throughout the country. Okay,
so New South Wales, this would be a first in Australia to have this artistic expression defence wiped out?
Look, as I understand it, yes. I mean, all of the states have varying, laws around child pornography or what to protect people against child pornography or children. So they all vary a little bit, but as I understand it, artistic merit exists, I think, in every state except, I think, ACT.
Now, please correct me if I'm wrong, but you were the person, it's reported widely, that made the complaints to police back in May about the Bill Henson exhibition.
Yes, we were one of many in the community who made the complaint, and I'm not sure of who made the complaint first or whatever. I don't know that it's even relevant. At the end of the day, we were one of many voices expressing really serious concern about the taking of photographs of naked children, and some of the photographs taken by Bill Henson are just outrageous, really, in terms of their explicitness. So I'm really, really happy to see the end of that opportunity for people to do that. Look, Bill Henson, it's not really about Bill Henson, although this was the issue that kicked it off. This is, at the bottom line of all of this, it's about who decides who's an artist. It really is about the process being safe so that we're all comfortable and safe, and in the knowledge that children are protected and not being exploited in the arts world any more than they are anywhere else. They just have to be safe. The main priority is to protect children against exploitation, and that's what this change will do.
Were you disappointed that Bill Henson wasn't prosecuted?
Well, I think whether a person is prosecuted or not is really up to the lawmakers, but I don't think it was possible for him to be prosecuted in New South Wales, but it was possible for him to be prosecuted in Victoria, as I understand it, but Victoria chose not to. So I think as long as the lawmakers are honest about that and open about that with the public, that really they have to then face the public with that decision. So we're still confirming that with the Victorian Attorney General's office, but as we understand it, Bill Henson did breach laws in Victoria in the taking of those photographs, and the Victorian government has chosen not to prosecute.
Okay, so, I mean, in the future, though, this defence of artistic purpose won't be able to be used, but there's also other measures that we should mention in these laws that I imagine you're pleased about, particularly about this new offence to address the practice of meeting a child in the order to groom them with the purpose of putting out indecent material.
Really, really important. I mean, Justice James Wood has done a brilliant job in this report, and he has looked at the legislation as it stands. He's looked at the prosecutions that have been going on and the types of crimes that are being committed, the loopholes that are in the law that allow these crimes to be committed, or that would mean that a police officer or the police department would not prosecute because it would just be too hard to get a prosecution. At the end of the day, he has looked at the importance of protecting children and the kinds of crimes that are escalating against our children, everybody's children, black, white, rich, poor, boy, girl, and gone, we're going to close these loopholes. So all of these changes that I've seen, I'm just so thrilled with this report, and really, really happy that the government is introducing them. And really now we're relying on the courts to make sure that when people come before the courts charged with these offences, with these new sentencing, that the courts actually uphold that and don't deplete the effectiveness of that by giving very low sentences and therefore creating a case law, which means that these, like they have done with the indefinite sentencing, but at the end of the day means that these laws are not worth the paper they're written on, because the court's decisions just deplete the effectiveness of them.
Hetty Johnston, thanks very much for your time on News Now.
Thank you so much.